Olive branches have been recognized as symbols of friendship and peace since time immemorial. Do you know why that is so? Find out more in this episode of Tree Talk.
Many of you must have seen this logo. It is the symbol of the United Nations, where the earth is held in the embrace of two olive branches. Why olive? Because for much of the Western world, the olive tree and its branches have symbolized peace and hope. Here's the story. So, according to Greek mythology, there was once a competition between Poseidon, god of the sea, and Athena, goddess of wisdom. Poseidon struck his trident on a rock, and a salty spring burst forth, which he offered to the people as a symbol of his power. Some versions say his offering was a horse. Athena, on the other hand, offered the people an olive tree. The citizens chose the olive tree as it provided shade, food, and fuel. From that time on, they accepted Athena as their goddess and named their city Athens after her. Further, Athena's victory resulted in Olympians being crowned champions with olive leaves or a wreath made of olive branches. And hence, for ancient Greeks, the olive was a symbol of Olympic ideals. Years later, during the Roman era too, olives were greatly valued. The Romans were said to have rubbed the perfumed oil of olive into their skin and then scraped it off in place of soap. The Greeks and the Romans both grew olive trees and used their oil for burning in lamps and oiling their bodies. In the Old Testament, we find the famous story of Noah's Ark. Noah is said to have spent 40 days and nights in an ark he built for a pair of every creature after he was warned of terrible floods. Towards the end of the storm, it is said, he sent out a dove which returned with an olive branch in its mouth. This he knew was the sign of land, and ever since then, both the dove and the olive became a symbol of hope and God's forgiveness. It is believed that Jesus was amongst olive trees in the Garden of Gethsemane when he was arrested. Gethsemane means garden with the olive press, and it is located at the foot of the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem. Now, although the tree is a native of the Middle East and Asia, its botanical name, strangely, is Olea europa. The tree can be identified by these berry-like green fruits, long, slender-shaped leaves, and its fluted, gnarled trunk. Olives can live very long, and if the main trunk is cut down, they can regenerate from suckers at the base. A few olive trees like this one I encountered in the Portuguese university town of Coimbra are thought to be over 1,000 years old. Although olive oil and olives are commonly consumed, especially in the Mediterranean region where they come from, olives are extremely bitter and go through a lot of processing to be made fit to eat. They have to be soaked for a long time in brine before they can be used. Before I knew that, I tried eating these olives off the tree and found them extremely distasteful. Processed olives like these, though, are both delicious and nutritious. So that's the story of these branches you see on the flag of the United Nations, which displays an olive branch as it holds out hopes of peace between the nations of the world.
Trees give us so much, from rain to oxygen to food to medicines. Why not give them some of our time by taking some interest to learn more about the trees around us? If you like this episode, do share it with friends, check out some of the other videos and subscribe to stay posted.